Alright, I am going to do a review on Aquaclear filters. Just the whole lineup. Not one specific model because they're all very similar. But they all have different uses, and I've had various models. Models I've had include this little guy right here, the 20, a 50, which I had a 10-gallon tank back during, I think it was 2016 or 2018 or something, somewhere around there. That was before I started this channel, for an idea of how long ago it was. And I put an Aquaclear 70 impeller in it, and then I went to return it. Still had that impeller in it, and I asked the clerk, I was like, oh, can I please just get that back? I spent $10 on it. And she said, nope. And I've just remembered that, and I'm wallowing in that misery once more. So, here's the 70. I've barely used this one. I think I've had it for around 4 years. I put it on a tank for like a week or a month or something, and it's just been sitting in a box ever since, because at the time I much preferred this, and don't get me wrong, it's an amazing filter. It's just sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. Since I'm keeping cichlids, and because of how I'm feeding them, they don't produce much waste, I don't really need it. You know, this tank is cleaner than the goldfish tank, really. So, yes, I am using an Aquaclear 70 in combination with the 110. So, the 110, the big boy, yes, I've had two of these. I have two of these. One at my mom's, one at my dad's. At one point, both were on this tank. So, how I had it set up before: sponge, carbon, bio. That's simple. But I took the carbon out because I realized my fish tank really doesn't need it, and I'm sure my couple miserable little plants would appreciate the extra nutrients. So I have it stacked: sponge, half a sponge, and biomedia. I purposefully placed it so that the biomedia is in the slowest moving part of the whole filter. Just because, yeah. I'm working with what I have. You know, here's the inner machinations of this machine. I don't know. I keep cichlids, full blast. Alright. So, I might put carbon in this one in case, it starts stinking. So all I have in this one's just sponge. I don't have any other media to put in it, so it's just sponge. Full blast. I put it on yesterday. And there's this little guy. Now, you may be thinking, oh wow, that flow, that's not good at all. It's really dirty. And you'll notice, oh, something just happened. Alright. Oh, I have one of these. And when I put it on minus, it doesn't even flow that slow. So, it must be really clogged. No, there's something you don't realize. You can have it slid all the way over to slow, and that's the flow you'll get. But if you pick it up and, push with the bottom part of your finger so it goes all the way down, and this is the low flow you'll get, which is perfect because I have a bunch of frog bit cleaning this aquarium. I had 2 handfuls maybe given to me 2 weeks ago, and they've already dumped some extra into the big tank. It's amazing. This little filter, endlessly reliable, set up, sponge, pot scrubby, and biomedia. That's simple. It barely does any work in this tank now that I've got the duckweed and frog bit and maybe some whatever that stuff's called. You'll see that fuzzy looking stuff. This has got good camera quality. Yeah, they're good, endlessly reliable, no problems, nothing even leaks on them. Remember to put the motor on properly or it will leak. I've had a bad experience with that, but it lasted long enough to need motor cleaning, which is better than some other filters I've had. You just take it out, shove some paper towel in there, or preferably scrubber, like when you get in a box with one of those. Scrub it out, all will be well. Now, I have bio wheels in this tank. This guy loves to push them around sometimes. Yeah. Endlessly reliable, super easy to clean. You just pitch together. Doesn't work so well in the big filters because the little clips on the bottom of the rack thing fall out, so you gotta push the side handles back in, which is easy enough. Worth it. And the best part is this filter will run until you can have the water all the way down to the very bottom of that, and it'll still be going full blast. That's something no other filter can do, especially not your fucking Tidal 110 filters. I have a Tidal 75 and it's a piece of crap and I freaking hate it. I don't know what it is. The Be Nice, Twinkles, I don't know what it is. If the water gets down to here, it'll start gargling and making horrible sounds and because a stupid surface skimmer. Either your filter's a surface skimmer or it's not. Pick one. It's so annoying. Now I will admit the flow adjustment is really nice on the Tidal, which is perfect for the smaller models, but at the bigger models it's just useless. You don't use it ever. If you have fish big enough to necessitize a filter that big, you're not going to be turning it down during feeding, because you're feeding pellets, not flakes that get blown around. That's why I prefer the Aquaclear. It's realistic, it's utilitarian, it gets the job done. No frivolous features that don't do crap. Because in the end, what's it going to do? Are you really going to spend all day playing with it while you feed your fish or whatever? If you're a kid, probably. More power to you. But once you've been in this hobby for a while and you just want to enjoy your fish, I used to absolutely love just nerding out about my equipment and watching it run. Still do sometimes. But now that I'm just trying to get stuff to work, Aquaclear filters are way more realistic. Now, Fluval Aquaclears, or Aquaclear, Hagen Aquaclear, they are almost the same. They're probably made in the same factory at least. Our main difference is just one's made by Fluval, one's the original. By made by Fluval, I mean Hagen owns both. Hagen owns both Fluval and Aquaclear. So they're probably made in the same factory, but between my Aquaclear filters and my Fluval Aquaclear filters, I've noticed some minor discrepancies. Number one, the logo is different. This one looks way cooler, way more slick. Two, the flow output on Aquaclear filters are just a little bit more rough, I'd say. But I don't know. There's not really much to worry about. As long as it's processing water well, it's not much of an issue. I just prefer Fluval Aquaclears. They're just cooler looking, and my local fish store sells them, and the box on Fluval Aquaclears looks way cooler than... No, backwards. The box on Hagen Aquaclears looks way cooler than the stupid futuristic looking Fluval one. So that's why I prefer the Hagen ones. They probably perform about the exact same. All the parts are interchangeable. Doesn't matter as long as it cleans your tank. Now, what's going to happen with this one? Well, I have 3 of them. But what's happening with this one specifically? I'm going to dump out all of the old stuff and put it back in its box until I decide that I don't like the Aquaclear 70 anymore. And then I'll probably put those bio wheels on it and then run it again. That's just the way I do things. But what about your beneficial bacteria? What about it? Almost none of it's in the filter unless you let it get there. And if you do, what's wrong with you? You know, if you're really going to let it all develop in your filter, sure, your walls will look cleaner, but you know, then you actually need those bio wheels. Then you actually need that, like, stupid scrubby thing they put in front of the filter pads or whatever. No. You let it grow in your substrate. Also, this is a pothos growing experiment. It's already pushed out 3 new leaves. I think I have some really high nitrates. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. Even if you have your aquarium full of plants, here you still need to do water changes because the water gets acidic. So, yeah. So, that's really it. If you want any more info, please let me know. I have plenty of experience with these filters. I have experience modifying them too. I once put a 1,000 gallon per hour pump underneath one, and the water got forced through the foam so hard no dirt was able to get caught. Just had to get pushed completely through. It was crazy. Yeah. If you need any more info, let me know. I'll be frantically searching my YouTube studio thing. So, bye-bye.